Amid the escalating tensions between Russia and Ukraine, the front line has once again become a stage for tactical maneuvers, strategic clashes, and displays of military might. Drone strikes, artillery barrages, and armored vehicle duels have become a daily sight in the eastern regions. While Ukraine continues to rely on advanced weaponry from the West, Russia is steadily showing its advantage in controlling terrain and momentum. In recent days, the world was stunned by a short clip released through several Telegram channels. A familiar heavy combat vehicle appeared, the Leopard 2A6, a German-made tank now part of Ukraine's arsenal, but this time in Russian hands. Slowly dragged through snow and mud, the heavy combat vehicle has become a new symbol in modern warfare, one that relies not only on power, but also on timing and tactical ingenuity. Aligned with the incident, it sparked various speculations and discussions. How could a tank as advanced as the Leopard fall into enemy hands? And was the vehicle truly still intact? In just a few moments, we'll take you step by step through the timeline of the strike that changed the dynamics on the battlefield. Stay tuned. In the latest escalation of the Russia-Ukraine conflict, two hot areas have once again drawn attention. Sumy, which continues to endure ongoing airstrikes, and Kursk, where a covert military operation unfolded with a rather surprising outcome. While Sumy stands as a symbol of Ukraine's resilience in the face of relentless attacks, Kursk has become the backdrop for a strategic Russian success involving the capture of enemy military hardware. From these two locations, the shifting dynamics of the battlefield are beginning to reveal patterns that can no longer be ignored. Through the military news Telegram channel, it was reported that in a coordinated military operation, Russian airborne troops successfully evacuated a Leopard 2A6 main battle tank from the battlefield in the Kursk region. This German-made tank had previously been disabled by an FPV drone strike during the winter of 2024. Despite being hit, a surprising detail came along with the report. The captured Leopard 2A6 remained intact and retained most of its functionality. The evacuation was carried out in two main stages. The first stage involved thorough reconnaissance to ensure the battlefield was clear of any further threats, particularly the risk of drone attacks. Once the area was secured, the second stage was launched, using modified T-80 tanks equipped with special evacuation tools and anti-drone systems. Interestingly, the Leopard was found in very good condition, with a full load of ammunition that hadn't been used, suggesting the vehicle may have been abandoned in a hurry by Ukrainian forces. The tank has since been transported to a Russian military facility for a complete inspection. Technical teams will replace the electrical wiring and repair minor damages. Once the repairs are completed, the Russian military will decide whether to use the tank for intelligence purposes, modify it for redeployment, or present it as a symbol of victory in the information war. To support this report, through the MOD Russia Telegram channel, a video was released showing the successful evacuation of a German-made Leopard 2A6 tank belonging to the Ukrainian forces by Russian troops. The tank was seized in the Darino area within the Kursk region and later transported to the base of an elite Guards parachute regiment for safekeeping and further inspection. Based on the report, the heavy armored vehicle had been hit earlier during the winter by an FPV drone operated by Russia's airborne troops from Tula. Although the damage was not severe, the tank's side gearbox was jammed, rendering it immobile. To address this, Russian troops demonstrated technical ingenuity by removing the tank's tracks and using special rollers, allowing the evacuation to proceed smoothly despite challenging terrain. This evacuation mission stands out as a key moment of battlefield success, serving not only as a tactical gain, but also as a symbol of Russia's ability to seize and secure enemy assets in an effective and coordinated manner. Aside from the incident in the Kursk region, It turns out that a similar fate also befell another Leopard 2 A6 tank in a different area, Sumy, which is located in Ukraine's northeast. Russian forces have intensified their offensive, and once again, Western-supplied military tanks have paid the price. A Leopard 2 A6 tank operated by the Ukrainian armed forces was completely obliterated by a Rubicon FPV drone, a high-precision, fast-attack unmanned system deployed by Russia's military. The drone strike left the advanced German-made tank in ruins, marking yet another blow to Ukraine's dwindling armored capabilities. This strike wasn't an isolated attack, but rather part of a broader and more calculated effort. Russian troops are actively working to clear border-adjacent areas and establish a security buffer zone along the frontier with Russia. This initiative, directly aligned with orders from President Vladimir Putin, seeks to push Ukrainian forces further back and eliminate any immediate threats near Russian territory. The destruction and capture of multiple Leopard 2 A6 tanks, one neutralized by a Russian FPV drone in Sumy, another towed away intact from the battlefield in Kursk, marks a critical turning point in the ongoing Russia-Ukraine conflict. These incidents not only underline the vulnerability of Western-supplied heavy armor in modern warfare, but also highlight Russia's growing competence in using asymmetric tactics, especially through the deployment of low-cost, high-impact drone systems like the Rubicon FPV. While Ukraine continues to rely heavily on NATO-supplied equipment to hold the line, these recent developments have exposed a reality. The battlefield technology, no matter how advanced, can be rendered ineffective without tactical adaptability, logistical support, and secure operational environments. The loss of a Leopard tank, particularly one captured in near-perfect condition, provides Russia with an essential opponent's asset. Every wire, every sensor, every armor panel now becomes subject to scrutiny, analysis, and possibly replication or countermeasure development. As the dust settles in Sumy and the snow melts in Kursk, one question remains. Is this just a brief moment of tactical success for Russia, or the beginning of a broader shift in the balance of power on the Eastern Front? Only time and the battlefield will tell.